Mercy is for the weak. We do not train to be merciful here. A man face you, he is enemy. Enemy deserve no mercy.
Let's start with a quote from a franchise that has marked several generations over the past 40 years. "I'm not a champion because I'm good at fighting. I'm a champion because I know when to stop." Daniel LaRusso, reflecting on the true nature of karate and life. Good evening, my friends. And before the weekend ends, as we prepare our bags for Monday, let's check out the second part of our weekly news segment, What's New with the News. Tonight, the seventh art will take center stage on both the big and small screen. In movies, we'll see Leonardo DiCaprio's return, 2 adaptations from the East, a horror title, a sci-fi drama, and 2 blockbusters for this year, with the last one involving learning martial arts. On television, Netflix is the highlight of the week, with 4 titles, including a modern western, a comedy, an Argentine sci-fi series, and the return of the most unlikely hero in the world of Korean dramas. We also have an interesting title from the BBC, and a live-action adaptation of a successful manga. YouTube, how about you? Did you know that this weekend a film starring Oscar winner Rami Malek, involving spies and assassins, is premiering? And on TV, the second season of The Last of Us has just dropped. While you decide what to watch first, please start the video. Let's start with one of the big news stories of the week. One Battle After Another is the new film by Anderson, starring Leonardo DiCaprio in the lead role, marking their first collaboration. Inspired by Thomas Pynchon's Vineland, DiCaprio plays an eccentric revolutionary trying to save his daughter. The cast also includes Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, and Sean Penn. It hits theaters on September 26th with IMAX screenings.
Say thank you! God damn it! Viva la revolution!
How about a trip to Japan? The Japanese live-action adaptation of the webtoon TrueBeauty premieres in 2 parts, Megami Korin Before, released on March 20th, and After Proposal Hen, which arrives on May 1st. The new trailer for the second film highlights the songs Tokubetsu Nante by Keito Tsuna and Tokimeki by Kuchi. The cast includes Koki, Keisuke Watanabe, and Keito Tsuna. The adaptation was originally announced in September. Continuing in the land of the rising sun, the live-action film BabanBabanBanVampire, based on Hiromasa Okujima's manga, premieres on July 4th after being delayed from its original February release. Ryo Yoshizawa plays the vampire protagonist, but was recently involved in an incident related to alcohol, for which he has already apologized. The cast also includes Rihito Itagaki and Nanoka Hara. The previously scheduled early release in January was also canceled. No segment of movies would be complete without a horror title. Drop is the new horror thriller from Blumhouse, directed by Christopher Landon, Happy Death Day, set to premiere on April 11th. The film follows Violet, a widowed mother who, in her attempt to return to dating, becomes the target of a mysterious stalker. The story turns into an intense psychological game where no one can be trusted. A new featurette gives a behind-the-scenes look with Landon and actress Megan Fahey, The White Lotus.
So, how's this date going?
Moving on to a sci-fi drama that promises intense emotions. Watch the Skies is a Swedish sci-fi thriller directed by Victor Danell, premiering in the US on May 9th, 2025. The story follows a rebellious teenager who believes her missing father was abducted by aliens, joining an eccentric UFO fan club for an adventure that defies reality. Originally titled UFO Sweden, the film was redubbed using AI to sync the dialogues in English. Despite that, it maintains an impressive visual and has already been showcased at several genre festivals. Another blockbuster this spring. FightorFlight is the new action thriller starring JoshHarnett, who plays an exiled American agent on a redemption mission aboard a flight from Bangkok to San Francisco. On board, he and his target face elite assassins from around the world in a fight for survival at 37,000 feet. Directed by James Madigan, the film also stars Katie Sackhoff and Charith Rachandran. It premieres in theaters on May 9th. And to wrap things up, do you want to learn karate or kung fu? Karate Kid. Legends is the new chapter in the saga that unites the classic 80s films with the 2010 reboot. The story follows Li Fong, Ben Wong, a young man trained in kung fu by Mr. Han, JackieChan, who moves to the US and decides to learn karate from Daniel LaRusso, RalphMacchio, to face his problems. Directed by Jonathan Entwistle, the film premieres in the US on May 30th. The screenplay is by Rob Lieber. Let's start with Netflix, which will be in the spotlight this week. RansomCanyon is Netflix's new series, set to premiere on April 17th, starring Josh Duhamel and Minka Kelly. Based on the book series by Jodie Thomas, it follows Staten, a solitary man who defends his ranch, and Quinn, a former pianist who returns to her hometown seeking a fresh start. The first season will have 10 episodes and adapts only the first book. The first 2 episodes are directed by Amanda Marsalis, Ozark.
It's not too late for us.
Another adaptation of a successful manga. Top form is the Thai live-action adaptation of the manga Dakaratai Otoko One-Eye ni Odosarete Imasu, set to premiere on March 20th on WeTV, Thailand, and RakutenTV, Japan. The series stars Smart and Boom, and the trailer has already surpassed 1 million views in just 5 days. Produced by WeTV and TVShows, the Japanese version will have Japanese subtitles.
หน้าใหม่ด้วย
ไม่รู้สิ รู้แค่ว่า
Back to Netflix with a series that promises to be an immediate hit. TheEternaut is Netflix's new Argentine sci-fi series, set to premiere on April 30th. Based on the 1957 graphic novel, the story follows Juan Salvo and a group of survivors after a deadly toxic snowstorm in Buenos Aires, marking the beginning of an alien invasion. United, they try to resist this invisible threat. The cast includes Ricardo Darín, Carla Peterson, and Cesar Troncoso. You can't forget a comedy to lighten the mood. BadThoughts is Tom Segura's new comedy series, set to premiere on Netflix on May 13th. Described as a mix of Black Mirror and Chappelle's Show, the series promises a distorted view of the world with themes like alien invasions and radicalized kids. Segura serves as the narrator and explores disturbing and hilarious stories in each episode. The teaser was presented during his sold-out show at Madison Square Garden.
There's no better feeling than killing the enemy.
You know we have to transfer schools, right?
Coming from across the Atlantic, we have a British drama from the BBC. Reunion is the BBC's new drama, which premiered on April 7th. The series follows Daniel Brennan, a deaf man seeking revenge and redemption while uncovering the truth behind the events that led him to prison. Isolated between the hearing world and the deaf community, his only meaningful relationship is with his daughter Carly, whom he hasn't seen in over a decade.
Recall him before it's too late.
More lies, more broken promises, so much for second chances.
And we wrap up with the return of a major Korean series that gained fans worldwide with its dark themes. Weak Hero Class 2 premieres on April 25th on Netflix, continuing the Korean school action drama. After losing friends and being marked by trauma, Yeon Si-eun, Park Ji-hoon, transfers to a new school where he faces even more violence. In this new chapter, he finds new allies and enemies, while friendship and personal growth take center stage. The series promises to intensify Seon's struggle to protect his friends.
손 넘지 말라고.
뉴턴 제2법칙, 힘은 가속도와 질량에 비례한다. 물체의 원심력을 이용해 타격 지점에 더 큰 충격을 줄 수 있다.
We end with a quote from one of the best Korean series of recent years, which is finally getting its sequel. No matter how strong you are, there will always be someone stronger. Well said, Seon. Bullying, social differences, violence, and adolescence. How can you not love this series? And what about you? What did you like the most? In films, we had the return of DiCaprio, who will join Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn, two live-action adaptations based on successful mangas, another Blumhouse title that promises to freeze our blood, a Swedish sci-fi JoshHarnett fighting at altitude, and the return of JackieChan and RalphMacchio. On television, Netflix dominated the entire segment with a comedy, a modern western based on a series of novels, a sci-fi series that will be a hit, and of course, the return of the smartest student in every classroom using his intelligence to fight the bad guys. Not to mention that BBC series which tackles themes that will make us think. Give the video a like, leave your comment, share it on social media, and with your friends. Have a great start to the week, and tomorrow, we'll be back for the final part. See you tomorrow, everyone.